Where is my script? Great, I lost my script. We have a new Mac Mini, and yeah, it looks pretty out of the box basic. So let's go ahead and do some configurations to it. What we're going to do today is we're going to install, what are we going to install? We're going to install OhmyZSH for terminal. Since it's bash, we're going to install brew, we're going to install Terraform, we're going to install AWS CLI, and we're going to install Docker and Visual Studio Code. So let's get started on that. And we're also going to clean this up because I, in general, do not like a dirty dock. Okay. Got on the left. Here we go. So we have the first thing set. Now let's do terminal. Profiles. I really like how Pro looks. Window 48. Default. And yeah, that'll work. All right. Why is it not? All right, now that we have our system accessible the way that we want it, let's go ahead and install some utilities. First, we want to add our terminal to the dock so we can find it quicker later. Then we want to install OhmyZSH, which is a nice, happy little command line install. And what this is a plugin for your command prompt. It will give you a bigger scroll buffer. It'll let you it'll let you get some nice visuals for your repositories. If you're using Git, let you install. Okay, so what ZSH is, or OhmyZSH, is a nice, happy plugin for your command prompt. What? There we go. And what it does is let you get a larger scroll back buffer, gives you some nice, pretty interactions with Git repositories. And it will give you a few other perks here and there, like auto completion is a bit better, and and it gives you themes to play with. So if you like colors, it'll give you that also. And full path exposure is also nice. Okay. Quit that. Let's make one more change to my command prompt. Close if everything's exited. Okay. Next, we want to install Brew, which is a homebrew, which is used for installing everything. It's a nice, simple plugin and central installation location for everything. And it also has a nice, happy command line installer. Blur this part. Blur, blur, blur. Okay, so that installed. Let's go ahead and close that, and we can check it with Brew Doctor. If I could spell. System is ready to brew. All right, brew, install AWS CLI. Okay, check it with AWS version. One of the things that was also installed with AWS is Python 3, 3.7. Brew search Python 3. So you can install Python 3.8. Oh, it says Python 3.8 is installed. Ooh, you gotta fix permissions. And what this does is it gives the proper permissions to ZSH, to oh my ZSH. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now the right version is showing up. Had to relaunch my shell to get the the newest version that was installed of Python. So if you do Python 3, it'll give you Python 3.85, which was installed with AWS CLI. And you can check just by doing a search. There's your installed version, brew search, AWS CLI. And that is installed also. And then we want to do Terraform. Alright, the next part we're going to use a browser to download the stuff because Brew didn't do Docker correctly. Well, Brew didn't do Docker for what I liked. Maybe I had the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't see Docker desktop. But we can use brew cask, install Visual Studio Code, and let that install while we get Docker OS X. Download from Docker Hub. And Docker is just the container manager. I'm going to allow this download. And what Docker does is allows you to make containers on your local workstation, and it works within or you can use it with Visual Studio Code. You can use it from the command line, or you can use it as its own standalone application. I'm just used to using it as its own standalone through the GUI. And while those are going, have some music. And there is Visual Studios installed. And just change the change the layout really quick, because I like my command prompt in Visual Studio right there. And we have the latest on Terraform. Now we want to install Docker, and that's just a next install. So we can close the command prompt. And we can close the web browser. Verify the Docker. Open the Docker. Okay. And blur the password part again. And there we see that it's running. Okay. So we have a ready to use desktop. Wow, okay. That was a bit backwards, but all right. So next time we'll do a quick Terraform thing to where we install, we deploy a Lambda with Terraform, and I talk a little bit about that. All right, thank you, and please enjoy this first video that's a rough cut.